yeah, this story just keeps happening. Somebody reaches out, they have a lot of toys they want to get rid of, and they talk to me, and then I see a couple of cool things in there, and when he was bringing out this thing, was like, wow, this is one huge toy. Hey there guys, we're over in kind of a garage, not an attic this time, but we're checking out a collection, and our buddy over here, what's your name again?
David.
David found this collection, and he's trying to flip it. He's trying to put it into my hands, because Renzo's here with me. Maybe we're gonna pick this up and we're gonna try gathering some stuff out there for our collections, and then maybe passing on some really good items to other collectors over here. I don't know if you saw this, but we got a freaking Defiant here. There are some issues with it, but it is like 99% complete. So that's a good thing already. It is very G.I. Joe heavy, this collection you found, right?
For sure. It's it did have some MOTU in it. It'll have some of the vehicles, and
there's some fun stuff in here, like the Hawk Blaster over here. It's got some of the shooty thingies that come out of it as well, the spheres. And we got Mantisaur with the freaking gun. I mean, like,
other than like the slight plastic exhaustion there, it's like in pretty good condition.
It's in pretty good condition. This gun is always missing. I've picked up a couple over the years and never found the gun, honestly. So what do I have to do now? I have to factor in the Defiant. I have to check out all the other stuff he's got for sale and have to see, is it, you know, worth it to buy it all? Am I going to be able to upgrade some stuff? And am I going to be able to add some stuff into my collection? And what am I actually going to do with a Defiant? Because I don't really have the room for it, but it's such a cool piece. More MOTU stuff, some more figures over there as well. Random fun bits, honestly. Got some paint. With G.I. Joe, you always got so much paperwork. It's insane. Over here you got the multi-decoders for the top secret ones. There's even some Garbage Pail Kids in here. Some more stickers for the Panini sticker books right there. And obviously, like, whenever you're gonna find a lot like this with G.I. Joe stuff, you're gonna find a ton of G.I. Joe paperwork, because everybody kept that stuff. They really knew how to like engage kids at an early age, like save up your flag points, get free toys and stuff like that, mail them in. You did that, right, Renzo?
Yeah.
He did it. I never did that. I got like 2 Joes.
Yo, Joe!
Something I always like, accessory baggies. This is so much fun. I actually don't know what these go to. Like, little, is it like a She-Ra or something like that?
Wings.
The wings?
Because I did
the little
look
wings.
up, right, so that was some obscure line, and I already forgot what it was called. Like, I looked it up, and I found it.
It's like Golden Girls or something?
It might be that.
Yeah, it's
like,
the Galoob variant for She-Ra, probably.
I actually think that's it.
Yeah, it reminds me of one of those characters. That looks pretty rad. Yeah, fun little stuff in here. Then obviously, we got figures. We got figures in here, right here. Man-at-Arms, and this one is like the France one, actually. So right here you can see it, like the color difference is just so apparent. Like this one is way more darker, but the France one is bright, and it's freaking awesome. We got a Thunder Punch He-Man. He works on like cap gun little poppers in the back. Injor, that's a good one. That's a later release. I think he's missing one part of the cloak. Still, or is he complete like this?
I actually think the only thing it's missing is the nunchucks.
Oh.
Other than that, it's actually complete as far as I can tell.
Yeah. That's a fun one. Yeah. Did you play with any of these toys back in the day, or
no,
you're a little younger maybe?
Actually, not at all. Like, I'm from '91.
Okay.
So for me, it was Power Rangers.
Okay.
Like, I was really big into Power Rangers. Like, I had all the Zords and all that stuff. Unfortunately, all that stuff got lost over time, so I no longer like have any of it.
Yeah.
I think my dad might have like the White Eagle somewhere in a box, but like I had all of them. Like I remember like the green, the green Zord, the dragon with like the rotating gun. Like that was like my favorite, for sure.
No, the Dragon Zord is amazing, obviously.
Yeah.
Then we got G.I. Joe figures. already pre-bagged because he was gonna, you know, sell all this stuff over at a convention. So you already did all the work.
Pretty
right?
much, yeah. Honestly, but
I mean,
like,
it's
me,
less of an adventure to us now, but I mean, I don't mind in a way.
like to me, it was also just to know what I had. Like it wasn't necessarily like all done. Like, well, eventually I did decide that I was gonna try selling it like separately, but you know, I already told you I didn't end up going to that event. For me, it was also just like I got this lot as like a learning experience as well. Like I was interested in the whole vintage toy thing, and I never get a chance here in Belgium scavenging to like actually come across this stuff. So when I got offered like a big lot, I figured I was just like paying for the lessons, you know?
Yeah,
like,
for the education. And how was it? Because did you get this stuff already bagged up like this, or was it just like one box?
Yeah. It was literally just like there was 2 boxes. Yeah. Also, all of these figures came apart.
Oh, you put new O-rings into it?
All of them.
Oh, wow.
So like literally all of these have new O-rings, but not only that, but I had to not only figure out which accessories went to
which legs went with which one,
which legs and which crotch went with which, because that's like you know, some of them have like white legs, white top, and then they have like a blue crotch or something. So it's like, it was a lot of Google lensing.
Did you underestimate it? How much time you crawl into it?
I mean, a little bit, but like considering a large like motivator for me to pick up this lot was the fact that I wanted to learn about it, and I wanted to actually research it and get an idea of like what was going on. It didn't really bother me. Like it was fun to me, but like a lot of time did go into it. Especially like with the Defiant, just like figuring out how complete it was, because like even with the blueprints, like I ended up watching a lot of YouTube videos, really just trying to get as much reference material as possible to really like get an idea of, okay, so that thing, okay, that I have that here, like the thrusters at the back of the shuttle, like when I first like went through the lot, I had no idea that would.
Oh yeah, you didn't even know what went with what.
Well, yeah, exactly. So like for me, it took a lot of time, but like it was fun. It was a fun experience. I don't collect it myself, so I wanted to go to people that like would actually like enjoy to have it in their collection. But for me, it was just like a really fun learning experience, I guess.
He-Man is pretty much easy to kind of go out and find. You just do like your Google Lens, and it's basically just one weapon that usually goes to
the most part.
For Joe's, it's a little bit more complicated, because what you want to do is you want to go and look in between the legs or on the button at the back. Check out the year that's on there, and then you go over to GIJOE.com or 3djoes.com, and you can kind of like just skip through them year by year already. And that will already show you this is all of the stuff that goes to them, or you can Google Lens to try to figure out, oh, it's this type of character.
That's essentially the method I figured out towards the end. In the beginning, what I was doing is I was Google Lensing it, and then I was literally just going on eBay,
trying to find like
putting the name, and I would just always put like 100% complete. And then when that listing came up, I would just check like, okay, what goes with it, and then I would go through like the huge box of tiny little accessories and just.
I like those little black guns. They all look the same from afar, but they aren't.
Like, because I don't remember which character exactly. I think like the twins, like the Cobra twins, have like a very similar pistol to Hard Hat from the Defiant. So just like trying to figure out like the minute details between like the guns and stuff, like I don't know.
Lots of good stuff here. You also have a Hero Quest you found. Is it complete? Did you check? Or
like it's that one I picked up yesterday.
Okay.
So super recent pickup. As far as I can tell, it's like 99% complete. So it actually comes with more figures than it should.
There's probably like an expansion pack.
So I feel like someone exactly. So I imagine like an expansion pack was added to it. How like complete that is, I have no idea. But like I imagine people that are into Hero Quest.
Got a couple of good ones here. We got some Toxic Crusaders and a little Leo. That's good. That's good.
They came with a lot more weapons, though, right?
Yeah,
because like when I looked at the pictures, like they just came with like a ton of stuff.
But the katanas, they're always broken.
Right. Okay.
So
that's actually pretty.
That's pretty. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
I know they're not.
He's
that
as basic.
valuable,
He's as basic as you get within the line, but it's always just fun. It's such an iconic toy. So.
Well, this actually just like slots in there. Man.
Oh yeah, it's not even broken.
No. Yeah. You just slot it in. Yeah, exactly. So it's literally just like that. And then yeah, there's other just small bits in here.
I have no idea what this line is.
So that's
made in China.
What's the brand called again? Like it's something like German.
Yeah, Schleich, like the ones that did the Smurfs.
Yeah. So
that's weird.
Those are actually
like kaiju or something.
I mean, they're not like super high end, but like they're actually more collectible than I thought. Like based on my Google searches.
Turtle.
So those. Like this normally comes with a weapon. I mean, it's like a club or a hammer or something. It doesn't have that, but
here's a piece for Snake Mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a bow for Leech. A little robot.
That's
Bandai.
That's Super Sentai. So that's Power Rangers before Power Rangers.
Yeah. Ooh, you can shoot these probably.
Yep, exactly.
That's fun. It's always fun to see stuff like that. Wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Where's Maddie when you need him?
Yeah, and his breast hair is painted on very clearly.
I guess we could go like a little bit into detail
on the Defiant you got over here. Yeah.
The shuttle complex ready for launch. 2, 1.
In 1987, the GI Joe Defiant didn't just roll into toy aisles; it launched into them. This beast was actually 3 play sets in one. A massive space shuttle, a booster, and a crawler gantry. Basically, your own Kennedy Center. No NASA clearance required. It stood shoulder to shoulder with the giants of the mid-80s, the US flag, Eternia, the Fortress of Fangs, and some other awesome playsets.
Like taking candy from a baby!
But Hasbro also knew that the Defiant was the dream mission for tons of kids, so they made sure a few lucky recruits could actually win one. That was the 1987's mail-in promo, Live the Adventure, Operation Space Station. The set even came with 2 exclusive crew members, Hardtop, your no-nonsense driver, and Payload, the astronaut ready for deep space Cobra combat. The price tag back then was $99. That's about $260 today, so for most kids, it was strictly a birthday and Christmas mission. Packed with retractable landing gear, docking features, and a robotic gripper arm, it was Hasbro's way of taking the fight from the seas of the US flag straight into orbit. Sure, it was fragile because one bad landing and you were in pieces, but today, a mint box Defiant can skyrocket up to 10 grand. This wasn't just a toy, this was the final frontier of G.I. Joe collecting. So one of the blue doors is kind of broken off, but it seems like most of the pieces are still there. So somebody who wants to like restore this can probably get something really cool out of it, still for display. The other one, however, is still complete. So it must have gotten a hit somewhere.
Yeah, I imagine like
in the past 30 years.
It's a huge thing. So like I imagine like probably when the doors were open, kids stepped on it or something. Like who knows? But like when I go online and I look at like listings, a lot of them are just missing the doors outright.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's all there, because like also here in the little bag, like. You see like the amount of little blue bits, like pretty much I think every little like chip and piece that's missing is actually in there.
So
Comes with the blueprints as well.
We could have a little fun puzzling this back together, Renzo. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Get out your glue gun.
Somebody
The owners actually printed
French.
the French and Dutch copies of the blueprints as well, which I guess they didn't actually come with the Defiant because I imagine they didn't make enough to actually make a European version, so I think they just shipped out some of the American stuff. I have no idea either. It's just purely based on the fact that like this is the only thing in the whole collection that came with English blueprints. Everything else is Dutch and French, so that's why I was kind of assuming maybe they bought it on the holiday, like who knows, but I can't imagine slugging that thing back to Europe. If
no. So do you have both characters in there?
I do have both. They both come with the uncut file card. So Hardtop actually has his original O-ring as well. This was one of the few characters in the whole collection. I guess not.
Maybe he was stuck in one of the cockpits.
Also, it's not very interesting. If you're like a kid, he might be like one of the less appealing characters, but he has his gun, just like the microphone. Who knows where that thing went over the years, you know?
It might still be in there. Legend has it.
Unfortunately, Payload is in slightly rougher condition, considering his backpack broke off in the back. The backpack, however, is complete other than the peg, and it does have his helmet and his legs. So he is complete, but
he had it rougher because he's like outside of the space shuttle.
He's more interesting. You know? He has a helmet and stuff. Like I don't know. To me, it seems more interesting than Hardtop. It's actually fully functional too.
Okay, Hawk, it's operational!
Okay.
I will say this. This was horribly designed. Like I did some reading into it, obviously, because it was like the main piece of the collection. And apparently a lot of them actually have like broken mechanisms for lifting them. This one works
because this one it basically lifts it up like that.
We can do it.
Are you sure?
It's like it's terrifying, and I always help it a little bit with my hand because you hear it. If you try to do it on its own weight, the first time I just tried it and it was like making these cracks, and I was like, I'm gonna help it up a little bit. But look here, like literally everything is in here. Like it has all these little like platforms, the elevators. Like the thing is, for the most part, like I'd feel comfortable saying it's like 98% complete. The microphone for Hardtop.
And then obviously the issues with some of it's that's broken off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like because you were talking about the shooters on the side over here.
Yeah. So
did the lids come off over there, or can you still attach it?
I'll show you real quick. So these normally have clips here, and rather than going on top of these platforms, they would actually click in underneath.
Okay, and attach
so
like that.
So that's how they would normally function.
Yeah.
So as you can see there.
Yeah.
So that doesn't have the clips anymore. So now for like display, I just put it like this because it's the same gun that is actually mounted over there, on the top here in the front. So like if you don't know it, you don't even see that something's out of place. But and then so here if we're gonna check, so as we can see, this fin also broke off, the middle one. It comes with the middle fin, it's in there, so it's not a very hard repair. This stuff is so hard to
I'm stressing out, man.
It is what it is, but like here's the fin, so that requires a little bit of glue. It has the complete crane, so the crane is in there complete.
This stuff is so intricate, right?
It has the hatch. It's very, very like complicated. Everything like this. Comes over.
I love that it just like pops up like that. It looks so cool.
Like I was baffled how much work, because if you just think about like the tooling, like that they
look at that. There's like a little nozzle with like that, and
like the consoles. It
works. It's insanity.
It's honestly like the R&D that goes into this, and like the tooling they have to make a toy this like complicated. Like I can't imagine.
Hasbro did so much weird new stuff because they weren't reusing anything.
Right.
Almost. I mean, they did reuse part of this as like the Crusader that they put out later.
Yeah.
Because for most kids, maybe this was unobtainable due to its price.
Yeah.
So they went with, oh, we'll just give them a space shuttle like the year after. But just like seeing this move, like no parent would be like, oh, I wonder if like the interior is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Because your kid, he's not like, oh, I hope the interior has like moving consoles or anything like that.
No, it's.
But this is actually what drew me to GI Joe as a late kid, like when I was like 10 or 11, I was like getting more into GI Joe just because of all the detail that went into it.
Yeah, no, it's I agree. It really baffled me just like how like over the top they went, like above and beyond for like details that like most of the target audience at the time wouldn't even have noticed. So it also makes sense that it is such a collectible toy line for like older people, because it is interesting.
This thing is actually gonna go like this up.
Yeah,
right?
I was thinking of maybe taking the shuttles off first, because that way we can also take a look at that one. Also, this has like landing gear that's also like functional, so like obviously like they did bring it out later separately, but like even in like the playset, it is like a separate toy that's like pretty detailed in of itself. This thing has like this like flips out as well for when it's actually when it's like completely erect, for lack of a better word. This would like hold the shuttle for like the launching essentially. And then we'll take this one off as well. There we go. So this one is obviously pretty yellowed, but like it's also pretty much complete. So look in there. And then this is like the more intricate part. So you have this door here, and I put some rings so this thing comes up and then slides into the bottom. There we go. And so the only thing that's visibly missing here now is the airlock door, but it's missing the bottom peg. Which is still better condition than most of them, but that would like slot in there like this.
Okay.
And then you can like turn it like that. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to break.
You don't want to break that peg.
This is also something that's often missing, which is like a huge panel, and then it has the tiny little captain chairs here. And then normally it also has these little chairs with like the consoles, and they would normally have pegs on both sides. Both of them are missing one peg. So you can actually like display them, but
I guess like once you display them, it doesn't really move anymore. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So
but
yeah, like I said, 99% of what should be there is there. Here comes the terrifying part.
Okay, I'm not hearing any strange
that's because
or anything.
I'm helping it.
Okay.
If I wouldn't be helping it, we would see like
stuff like that.
We would be very, very terrified if. So for now, I'm gonna do it until there, because now we can actually see inside as well. You can see all the all the command panels and stuff. It does actually go all the way up, but the amount of times that it will go all the way up before it breaks, who knows? And I'd rather not be that time to be while I'm handling it.
You can kind of like pop your guys over here.
Yeah.
Now the elevator makes a lot more sense because it's going up, obviously.
Yeah.
Wow. Just
on that panel, yeah, exactly.
Check that out. I wonder how many kids went like, no, up and away, and then they threw it and it just shattered. I hope nobody did that.
So yeah, honestly, having like messed around with it a little bit.
You've grown attached to it and you don't want to let it go now?
Not quite, not quite. I'm like, it's more that I'm impressed because this came from like an actual kids collection.
Yeah.
So I talked to the original owner essentially, and it belonged to her and their brother.
Yeah.
And so they actively played with all this stuff, and just how complete everything is, how good the condition on most of it is actually like impressive because they were like actual kids, you know?
I do feel like having bought quite a few G.I. Joe collections, it seems like those kids definitely took care of their stuff.
Well, it was probably expensive too. Like they probably really valued it.
And they really like they kept all the paperwork. They were like into the fan club thing. That it kind of like was drawing in kids that were like collectors early on, I think, like wanting to get like a whole army, wanting to really go for something like this.
Yeah, no, I can imagine, but still, like I was into stuff as a kid, but stuff would still break, you know.
I do feel like most times when I buy a big G.I. Joe collection, it's in fairly good condition because those kids really love their toys.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
Obviously, you want to get rid of all of it, so. Do you have like a price in mind or what you need for this, or?
Like, the thing is, I know like the going rate for stuff. Like obviously like condition is like a big player, and like especially like the Defiant more so than anything else is a difficult thing to value in Europe because it goes for so much more in the States. So like a lot of the sold comms that you would look at are just not realistic in the European market.
Sometimes,
yeah, exactly. So on the other hand, I imagine it's also a bit rarer here, but like I don't know. I think what we potentially could do is look at everything like a little bit in parts and just see like if we tend to agree on stuff, and then like I have like a total in mind, which I think is extremely reasonable, which leaves like enough meat on the bone for you to essentially recoup like a large part of, or maybe even depending on what you end up keeping, like everything that you add to the collection. Do you want to check it in parts? Do you just want to hear like the?
I think like since like we're running off like a bulk thing.
Yeah.
I think just going at the bulk price would be
right. Yeah, that works for me.
Better, and then like if it doesn't really match our expectations, or if we're too far apart, we can maybe look into some more detailed stuff.
So like just everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Like for instance, like the Hero Quest and the Thunderbird stuff, that's stuff that you can find homes for, like it's stuff that you're willing to take it like.
Well, yeah, I mean like
a
if
reseller.
If we're buying everything, we should take everything off your hands unless you value that stuff a lot.
No, it's mostly just like trying to figure out like how selective you guys want to be.
Yeah.
You have anything in mind, like, because that's gonna make it very clear if we're like far away from each other or not. Like, did you already figure something out like based on what you were looking at, or?
I have ADD, so I can't think.
Right. Okay. I mean, like for absolutely everything.
There's no wrong answer.
No,
you can
exactly.
Just throw out what you're thinking, obviously.
So for absolutely everything, I was thinking 16. So 1600.
1600. Okay.
So there's 51 Joes there.
Yeah.
Like the Rattler, as far as I could find in this condition, would be valued around 200-ish.
Yeah, something like that. So because I mean, you're doing the reselling stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing it.
Right.
I've been in a couple situations where we do stuff like this. So we go and check out a collection like this.
Yeah.
What you want to do is you want to get the guy you're buying it from to say the first bid, obviously.
Of course.
And what we then do is we go around, we start just adding up stuff we know that's going to sell.
Yeah.
And the price we pop on there is like 80% of what it's worth because we want to move it.
Oh, if you're looking at 80%, I think we're gonna agree on the asking price.
Like I'm just trying to explain to you how it's gonna go faster because we're gonna pick out like the top spots, and once we get to 1600 and we see, oh, there's still more.
Yeah.
That makes it a lot easier for us to kind of like just do that math. Kind of want to buy at 50%, but sell at 80%, so it moves fast.
Yeah, that's right.
Thing.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So it's still like a deal for people watching and coming over to like a show. Like, oh, I saw it in the video. I want to buy that one.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess we'll just do a little bit of counting and do a little bit of huddle and. I don't want to spend money. I hate spending money. So yeah, this is like 14 hours later after doing tons of back and forth, but we came to an agreement and we're gonna take all of it, right? You wanna get rid of all of it. We're gonna take all of it for 1,500, which still leaves a lot of meat on the bone for us, so we can kind of like get some of those pieces I really need and then recoup it with the other stuff that we're gonna bring over to Vintage Toys of the Universe and our conventions like that. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on the stuff we're gonna bring over for that. 1,500?
1,500.
Let's freaking do it. Let's freaking do it. Now the Defiant, I'm not sure on keeping actually. I definitely want to keep it for a little while because it's such a cool piece, and I'm wondering right now, should I try to restore it? Should I get like a replacement for the blue panel that has broken? Should I just try to restore it or not? Or should I try to, do a video with it, show all of its cool ins and outs, and then try to sell it off to a collector that has been looking for it a lot more than me, and hopefully it will get into somebody else's collection. But leave it down in the comments below if I should try to restore it or if I should just try to pass it on to another lucky collector. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I especially want to thank David for reaching out, for showing this awesome lot of toys, and for allowing me to buy. I want to thank Renzo for coming along and giving me some moral support through this whole session, and I want to thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to support the channel even more, leave a like, leave a comment down below. Did you have a Defiant growing up, or did you want one as a kid or not? Leave it all in the comments down below, and if you'd like to support the channel even more, you can always do so by joining the Patreon or the YouTube memberships. That's going to be it for this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you soon. Bye.